Another good morning to all of you out there. Got to feed my best workout partner. But then when she realized that was all that was coming, she just took off on me. But that's all right. Having a interesting workout. This is yesterday morning. You can see in this warm-up deadlift, I'll point it out when it happens. You can see I'm kind of hesitant. I'm readjusting my knee. My left knee was in positions that kind of made it hurt, even though there was no weight on it. It was just the position. I'm not too sure why it was doing that, but it was doing that. But it didn't affect me later on. It just affected me on that particular lift for whatever reason. I'm not too sure exactly what to make of that, but here we are anyways. Otherwise, honestly, my knee felt really good, and relatively speaking, of course, but it is improving and going on. When I take my dog for a walk, I'm not limping as much. By the time I get back, I feel my knees feel looser. They're not like robotically tight like they have been, and so doing some good stuff. Things are looking up. That was my second to my top set. So this would be my top set. I think I'm doing, is this high or low? Looks like high. So this would be, if it's high, it's 435, I believe. If it's low, it is 375. See, my memory is kind of like a rabbit's tail. It's short and fuzzy. Can't even remember what I did yesterday. So that is what it is. So I wanted to talk about working out, what time of day works for you. Now, I've never been a morning person. Growing up, it just didn't work for me. But I did it for my family because it works best for them. So in the evening, I'm not taking off and training. And so working out during the mornings, though, have become, kind of my most look forward to part of, or at least one of my most look forward to parts of the day, because kind of get some time to myself. There's no distractions. Nobody's up to distract me. Actually, my oldest daughter wakes up, she takes a shower and all that kind of stuff. So there's no distractions, and I just get to focus on my training. If I were to go later, maybe somebody would have a question to me. So I really like morning workouts. There's a lot to be said for working out in the morning. Something for you guys to consider. Just wake up early before work and get training in, and then go to work. One thing I have that a lot of people don't have is I don't have to really shower that much, because I'm a mechanic, so I don't need to be fresh. I don't work in an office setting, so that's something to consider. Now, these overhead press, you'll see, I believe it's either this one or the next one. That's the next one. Try to do 5. I think I do it the first set, but the second set, if you remember, once I had a wardrobe malfunction, so I'm making sure as I put it on to put it on well. Can't remember if it was this set or the next set. I failed again, and the whole point of me mentioning that is I think I'm going to do an alteration. So I'm going to put my press down to 175. Right now it's 197.5. I think that's what this is. I'm going to put it down to 175 and then do a linear progression back up. See if I can sort of blow past this kind of plateau I've hit. If I can, then I'll just keep going until the same thing happens. If I get kind of stuck at this point again, I will have considered myself moved from, you can see I only did a half rep there. I'll consider myself to have been moved from novice lifter on this lift to intermediate lifter. You can see I dropped it down to 175 here. That's why I'm going to start here. And the difference with programming as an intermediate lifter, there's no actual amount that makes you an intermediate lifter or whatever. It just means in this program, starting strength, it just means that you've completed all you can do with linear progression. And now you just have to change your program. Now, there's Mark Ripito produced a gray book, which has a lot of info on what to do when you're intermediate lifter. And the one I'm going to do is probably the simplest. I'm just going to alternate between light and heavy day, or they call it speed and heavy day. So the light day, I'll try to move it as quickly, and then next time I do the shoulder press, it'll be a little bit more than last heavy day. And then I'll do it quite a bit less, and then a little bit even more than the previous heavy day. So that's how they program intermediate lifters. The thing is like I'm not intermediate lifting on my deadlift. I'm still linear progressing. So you can be an intermediate lifter on one lift and not on the other. That's fine. So you just have to complicate their programming a little bit, where your shoulder press, in my case here, will be in an intermediate programming, whereas the deadlift will be still novice linear progression. So that's what's kind of happening, but I'm just going to see if dropping it down to 175 and doing 5 pounds each time until I get to 195, and then going back to my 2.5 pound jumps, seeing if I can move past this kind of roadblock. I still have some time. I'm not in a rush. So I'm hoping that will be a good program to do. All right, well, this is the end of this workout and this video. See ya.